guys, and thank you for watching. So today I wanted to share with you guys a classic makeup look, the classic red rouge makeup look. And it's just a really quick, somewhat of a quick tutorial. Now this look has always been in style, it will always continue to be in style. It's just so classic that I don't think you'll ever go out of style. And since this look is so bold in the lips, I just went with the somewhat soft eye makeup with very long lashes. For the record, I am not a makeup artist. I am just a makeup freak who absolutely loves makeup, who is always buying makeup, which drives my husband absolutely insane. But my sister is actually the professional makeup artist, and hopefully one day she'll have her own YouTube channel where she can share with you guys different makeup tips. But I'm going to be sharing what I know about makeup, what I've learned, what I will continue to learn in the future. And if you guys would like to see any type of makeup tutorial, please make sure that you like and comment below so I can know what type of makeup tutorial you'd like to see. And yeah, so if you want to learn how you can get this look, please make sure you stay watching. Bye.
I'm starting out with my eyes first, and for my eyes I'm using my Morphe B20 brush with my Naked 3 palette, and the first shade that I'm using is Limit, and I'm applying that directly onto my eyelid. Then I'm going to use the same brush with the shade Nooner, which I'm blending directly onto my crease. Next, I'm using my B84 Morphe brush with the shade Darkside, and I'm just applying a little bit to the end of my eyelid, then I'm blending in the rest into my crease. I'm highlighting the center of my eyelid using my Naked palette in the shade Version with the exact same brush that came with the palette. Next, I'm applying my absolute favorite eyeliner, Extreme Eyeliner Pen, which applies on so beautifully, and if you have sweaty eyelids like I do, this is the eyeliner for you. Last thing before I move on to the rest of my face is the mascara, and I'm using the Loreal Volumeless Mascara in the shade Black.
So while I'm waiting for my mascara to dry up, I'm going to apply my foundation, and I'm using the Artisan Makeup Foundation, which is my absolute favorite foundation right now. And I can't remember the exact number for the shades, but the regular one, my skin tone color, I like to use as my primary foundation, and the dark one I like to use to contour. And I have very oily skin, so I bought the Flawless edition that she has available. But it's just goes on so beautifully, and I am absolutely in love with it. And to put it on, I'm just using my flat kabuki Sigma brush and just dapping a little bit onto my face. And the reason why I did my eyes first and I did my eyebrows first as well is because I don't want any eyeshadows to fall underneath my eyes, and the powder, the Anastasia Beverly powder that I use for the eyebrows does tend to fall a lot while applying it, so I always try to do my eyes first, then move on to the rest of my face. But to contour, like I said, I'm using the dark shade of the Artisan Makeup foundation, and I just use a tiny brush because I don't even know who made this brush, or it's so old and faded. But I just take a little tiny bit and I'll draw a line on each side. And this foundation is so high pigmented that you don't really need a lot of it. And I'm going to use the rest of it on my nose. And you really don't need a lot of it, but just a tiny bit goes a really long way. And I'm applying a little bit on my forehead. And I'm going to use the e.l.f. stipple brush to just blend it out. So I'm going to start off with this side. To blend out my nose, I'm using this e.l.f. contour brush, and I'm just going to blend it up and down. Now the reason why I really like to contour with the Artist of Makeup foundation is because, again, I have really oily skin, and especially my nose, it gets extremely oily, and I'm always constantly having to wipe off the oil. And the contouring my nose with this foundation really allows the color to stay, doesn't smear after a couple hours, it doesn't fade away, and I'm just absolutely in love with it. And I do like to touch it up with powder contour, but I always do the cream contour first, then go over it with the powder. And I'm gonna contour a little bit on my chin, and the same brush, I'm just gonna tap it once, and that's usually enough. Next, I'm going to apply my Bobbi Brown corrector underneath my eyes, and I'm just putting this on with my fingers. Next, I'm going to highlight my under eye with my MAC Pro Long Concealer, and I'm using both shade 20, NC20 and NC25, because the NC20 is too light and the NC25 is too dark, so I like to mix both of them together. And I'm using my Precision Tabard P86 Sigma brush to put this on my face. So I mix it together on my hand like this, then onto my face. And I highlight a little bit on my forehead and a tiny bit on my nose. But I really don't like to highlight my nose too much because it's already big as it is, and I don't want it to look any bigger. I'm then going to blend it in with my damped beauty blender. Now, before I contour again with my Anastasia Beverly Hills, I'm going to use my MAC Black Loose Powder, and I usually just like to put it on my T-zone again because I have extremely oily skin, and this really kind of helps, you know, with that. And for this, I'm using the Sigma Flat Angled Kabuki brush. And maybe a little bit under my eyes too. I'm going to highlight the under eye with powder now, and I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit in the shade Banana. And I'm also mixing a tiny bit of it with my MAC Emphasize powder. So a little bit of the Banana, then a little bit of the Emphasize. Now I'm going to contour with, I'm going to use the first shade for my cheeks and forehead. And for my nose, I'm going to use a middle grayish tone powder. So next I'm going to apply blush, and I'm using my Gabriel brush, and using, what is this? The blush brush from Bare Minerals. I'm gonna finish off my eyes, and what I'm doing is applying my false lashes. So I'm gonna use the Ardell Wispies black lashes. Now I'm applying a little bit of eyeliner to my waterline. Just a tiny bit. I don't want my eyes to be too dark. Going back to my Naked 3 palette, I'm using the same shade that I used, the Darkside, on my upper eye, just on the bottom a little bit. And I'm not going all the way, I'm just kind of going from the side, halfway. Now I'm going to apply a little bit of mascara on the bottom. I'm now going to outline my lips. This is the best part, the final. And I'm using Loreal Always Red lip liner. Starting out with the bottom. I'm using my Lancome Rouge in Love lipstick.